Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Tosharaenailed. I need to do a super quick manicure and fix these nails because they're looking horrendous. So I'm just going to kind of retouch up the little areas where I was removing my previous little number, and I didn't get all of the gel off, so I'm just going to kind of go back over everything real quickly, make sure I've removed any kind of previous color that may show through on the new manicure that we're going to do. I know I've mentioned before in the past that I always leave a little bit of the previous gel on top of my nail. That way I don't take my actual nail, my natural nail, down further than just what it was to begin with. I usually just prep the new growth and then remove any kind of color that's going to show through. And of course, you'll want to remove any part of the product that was lifting or looks like it could lift or flaky. I was trying out a new angle today and my camera was in an odd position. So you're going to see me maybe drift a little off camera or a little far to, would it be the left of your screen, I believe? Just every now and then. And then some of the shots are going to be super uncomfortably up close. I thought it was best that you'd be able to see what I'm doing rather than have it in a tiny picture on your screen. We are going to be using Madam Glam's brand new White Mermaid builder gel, and we're going to build some extensions, and they're going to be lovely. They're going to be just very natural looking, super thin, but still very sturdy. You're going to love them. I absolutely love the new builder gels. Can't get enough of them. To purchase any of the products, you're just going to go to madamglam.com. You can always use my code to save 40% at checkout. It is all capital letters TOSHA and then the numbers 40. For my dominant hand and working with my non-dominant hand, I am going to be doing a different manicure using the Pink Mermaid. So if the White Mermaid is not your style, then stay tuned because I'll have another video coming up using the Pink Mermaid. Who knows though, maybe you'll be like me and you'll just adore them both, and yeah, either one will suit you. If you're in the Dallas area, I am accepting new clients, so give me a holler. I would love to fit you in. I keep my schedule very, very light, and it's easy for me to accommodate people's schedule. I always keep my schedule light, just mainly because I have health issues and I'm just not able to do that many nails in a week. Currently though, my schedule is extremely light, like too light. So I am still looking for additional hands that I can get my hands on. So I am just a part-time nail tech and I work from home, and business is slowly growing. I feel like I haven't even had like a business nail vlog in so long, but honestly, there's not a whole lot to report. I will be doing one pretty soon, and we're going to be doing some fun encapsulated glitter nails, more than likely in gel, because I have found that I love working with gel, and I'm probably just going to go to strictly gel-based products only because I think it'll be a lot easier to accumulate the things that I really want to use and really want to work with, rather than trying to collect all of it. Because being a beginner nail tech and trying to get all of like your dip colors and your acrylics and your gels, builder gels, all the gel things is just becoming way too difficult for me to manage, especially when I'm not bringing in that much of an income. I already feel like I have a pretty good basic collection for my acrylics and even some dips, and I have a lot of glitter dips and glittered acrylics, so I feel like I'm pretty set. There may be here and there some colors and some different things that I want to get when there's sales, but otherwise I'm gonna collect the gel products and I'll just mainly focus on that. Well, and all the glitter and accessory stuff, because I found I am like a glitter whore, evidently. And I don't use that word lightly either. I am really, really obsessed with all the glitters. And I'm on my pinky now. We're just wrapping things up again. I'm just kind of touching the old gel that I want to get the color off of, and then just touching up the backs of my nails where the new growth is. There's not much new growth because I change my nails every couple days. Now this particular set I am going to keep on longer because I love them. Right now I'm just cleaning up with some swipe or alcohol. I think actually it was alcohol this time. but just cleaning up around my nails, getting all that dust out the way, and then we're gonna get into some prep and get started on these fun nails. And here are my beautiful disasters. We're gonna go in with some Protein Bond from Young Nails. My nails are gonna look a little bit worse just because mainly there's old product on here, so it's gonna look a little splotchy on my natural nail. And then I've used a ton of alcohol today, so they're all dried out. I haven't put any cuticle oil or lotion on them today. And we're gonna be super, super zoomed in a lot of this video, so don't come for me. And I will remind you, I do have health issues, and one of my problems is skin. So my skin gets extremely dry anyway, and it's kind of alligatory. It's just some of the conditions that I have. But ignore that. They're going to be beautiful when we finish, especially when we get our oil and our lotion and stuff on. I'll tell you, I have found that I really, really, really enjoy working on people with either health problems or, just skin conditions in general, because it's such a change when you go from seeing the hand and the nails and the skin and everything looking, not the best. We'll put it that way to be nice. And then, when you finish and you get your treatments and everything, your skin is just glowing and looking beautiful, and you have a beautiful, fresh set of perfect nails. For me, it makes me feel wonderful when I treat myself to that experience, but then getting to see the transformation with somebody else is even more enjoyable and exciting and rewarding. All right, so let's get these forms on. Make sure we put them on correctly, because that is one of the most important things when you're building a nail. You want to make sure that your form is fitting up underneath the nail perfectly from side to side. No spaces that are open or gaps. You want to make sure it is straight. Now on my natural nails, I'm going to go ahead and use this jelly. It's one of my favorite jellies. I just love the color of it. It's very melony, very spring, summer. Now I didn't do any kind of cuticle prep today because I'm just in a hurry because I've got somewhere I have to be, but we'll save that for another day. That's the only step that I've kind of cut out of this particular manicure. So I'm just applying this jelly on each nail, and then we'll give it a quick zap, and then we'll get into our White Mermaid. And here she is. She is stunning. I love the halo in her. She's just got a lot of glitter, which I love, and we're gonna build our extension and cover the tops of our nail, and then we'll pick a couple of accent nails to add some additional sparkle to. Well, technically we're gonna be adding foil, so it's gonna be more of that metallic shine instead of a sparkle. This stuff has enough sparkle in it. You're not gonna want for any additional glitters in it. I promise you, it is perfection. And I'm just looking at this as I'm working and rewatching and doing a voiceover. And this would be a gorgeous French as well. I didn't even think about it when I was actually working with it, but look how gorgeous that would be as a French. Really, really nice. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover the whole entire nail. Most important for me to remember as I do this, connect those sides. You definitely want to connect those sides. You're going to see me do it several times, but I feel like if there's a place where I ever kind of failed in the beginning of creating my extensions with the gel, it was not attaching those sides where it meets your natural nail well enough. You definitely want a good solid connection right there. Whenever I am applying the gel to my actual nail bed, I'm going to kind of put it right where, I'm going to set it down right where I want my apex to start. And then I'm just going to kind of push and float it back. I want to be sure and rock it and roll it from side to side. I'm not going to go all the way to the sidewall of my nail. I'm just going to go just shy of that. You can always come in with your fine detailer, or if you have a pointy nail brush like the one I'm using here, then I can just gently glide it down to the sidewall. And again, make sure you make that connection on the tip sides of your nails. That is really important. And make sure that you've got enough room in that nail built to include your apex and create your shape in the nail. Now, because these are so short, I don't need much of an apex at all. I added just a little bit more gel, again, just to make sure I've got my apex in there and that I'm gonna have my extension strong enough. The last thing I'm gonna do before I nuke it is gonna be handle my sidewall areas because I don't want any of that running onto my skin. So that's gonna be the last thing I do with this gel before I stick it into the nuker or flash set it. One of the really cool things about this particular builder gel is going to be that you can completely change the look just by what color you choose to lay underneath it. So you could do a black, you could do a blue, a lavender. Like here I've chose that super duper light melon color just because I really wanted more of that white mermaid to show through or just to be on its own, because I really like that. I think it's gorgeous on its own. But if you wanted to change up the look, you very, very easily could. Another thing that you can do is you can take some of your jelly colors and actually mix that in with a bit of the White Mermaid and just create your own style of mermaid with it. Now, I tried to fit this particular form on my thumb, and then I realized, no, I'm gonna have to kind of adjust it for my thumb. So I moved on to this finger. I'm just adding some more of that beautiful melon color. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of my fingers, that way I can zap it one time, and then we can just pick up our mermaid builder. Now, I got this particular color in a secret nail affair. I think it was a Christmas box that I ordered. I loved all the products in it. I wish I had a code for you to save you some money there. Luckily, her products are extremely affordable and you'll love all of them like I do. If you like the nails I do, and if your tastes are somewhat similar, you're gonna love her products over there as well. I set that first extension bead down right at where the tip of my natural nail is. First thing I'm gonna do is connect. And I just swish wash back and forth, and I kind of draw in my shape with the gel is basically what I'm doing. I like to keep it fairly thin and make sure I've got it wide enough to where I can still shape it the way I want to and not be missing a section or a chunk or anything like that, because that is probably the worst. When it's not the worst, no, I shouldn't say it's the worst. It's just not fabulous when you get to where you're gonna start shaping your nails and you realize you don't have enough product because you didn't build it big enough. It's just a little bit of a hassle, so build it big enough the first time around. Now, these new builder gels by Madam Glam, super easy to work with. I absolutely love the strength that they provide and the fact that the consistency is really, really nice, especially for beginners or if you're a DIYer and you just love working with your nail products. Really easy to work with. It's gonna level out very, very nicely for you. You're able to easily move your apex or that gel around where you're gonna need it. Sometimes the gels can be a little bit more on the sticky side and it's a little bit harder to work with, or they run very, very quickly. This one has a really, really nice consistency to it. It's perfect for beginners or if you're just starting to learn how to use these gels. I love that a lot of the new ones have that glitter and nail art mixed into them already. It just makes it that much easier for you. Now, if you're a nail tech like I am, this is gonna really be a very, very quick process for you because it's gonna work to your advantage. The speed of it is very, very nice. It's easy to work with. You're gonna love it. Plus, when you get to the part where you have to file in your shape, it files like butter. So you're gonna be able to go a lot faster than what you could with acrylic. Okay, time to do another nail here. So what I'm gonna do is just go up 3 lines from either side, make a little cut. When I do this particular form is most likely going to fit my middle finger and my ring finger very, very nicely. Thumb, it just does not quite fit just right. I need to make my slits a little bit further apart for my thumb. Now, when you make these cuts in the form, basically you're doing it so that way you can secure that. I'm trying to think of how to put this. You want that form to be underneath your natural nail, especially on those sides. The side walls can be the trickiest little suckers. There's going to be some fingers that form is just not going to want to go completely under that nail on your sides. And sometimes it might be close enough that you think, oh, that's fine, it'll work. You know, I can maneuver it to work. No, you can't. Just trust me, because I have tried every which way, and it's just best to make your cuts and make sure that that form is underneath your nail all the way across that nail. Whenever you're creating that extension, remember to take that gel not just to the edge of your natural nail, but you want to go onto your natural nail as well, so that way it's nice and secure. So on this particular finger, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting my apex to stay up where I need it. So after I finish getting my gel where I want it, I'm going to hold my finger upside down just for a couple seconds before I stick it into that nuker and zap it for a minute. I want to make sure that I'm getting that apex to really sit up high. Let's take a look at her, see how she's doing. She looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and remove our forms now that we're finished building. And then we're going to take the tacky surface off and start doing our shape. You always want to be really careful when you're removing the forms. I like to unattach the part that's connected to my finger and then pinch, 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 and rock that baby off of there. This is usually the part where the client starts to panic because they're looking a little crazy and they're trying to second guess themselves on who they chose. All right, so on our thumb, we're going to go 2 bars from the bottom and make our cuts, because remember, we needed to go a little bit wider on our thumb. So instead of going up 3 lines on each side, we go up 2 lines on each side. If it helps you at all, I wear like a medium-sized glove. So if you have a smaller hand, you're going to want to, of course, come in on those cuts that you're making. Larger thumbs, of course, you're going to want to expand those cuts further out. For extra large fingers, I will have to, I'll do a little quickie video and show you how to handle that, so you can always reference it in the future. And right here, you're going to notice I've got a flap that is not quite all the way underneath my thumb, but I'm going to fix that momentarily. You have to fix it. Don't think that you've got it, because trust me, it will come out Willy Wonka. Then you're going to be kicking yourself because you knew better. One more time around, we're going to go side to side, wishy-washy. And what are we going to do with those sides? We're going to make sure we have a really good connection all the way to the end of that side wall. Now, because I'm going to be wearing this particular manicure for a lot longer than what I normally do, I deal with a lot of medications and IVs and things like that. So I need to be sure that I can work with these. So I'm going to go for just a short extension, active length, and I want the shape to be like an almond oval. And I always want to make sure I'm taking a look at the product around my nail in all different angles. If you need to move that apex or a bulk of the product to a different location, just move it back up where you need it before you cure it. These are a couple of the fun little items we're going to be putting inside of our nail here. And I think the gold foil, the rose gold foil, I got from a Young Nails Christmas box I bought. And the other one just kind of came from a friend, but it's just kind of a little mix of glitters. And I'm just checking to make sure I've got enough strength built in there. And I do. Like I said, these particular builder gels from Madam Glam have a lot of strength in that product, which I love. And I will go ahead and show you a little bit of my shaping. The very first thing I'm going to do is take care of any underhang. So you're going to want to go, from your side wall just straight out. On a lot of people, you may actually have to kind of get that skin out of the way so you can actually reach the side of their nail bed. Now, being a beginner nail tech, I will tell you, I still have not mastered my shaping yet. I almost feel like every time I file, I learn. One thing I'm going to double check here is just to make sure underneath is straight. So one side lines up straight on my file with that other side. And I can tell, I had a bit to still work on here just to kind of even that out. Now I'm just kind of coming in a little bit more on my sides just to kind of debulk that just a little bit, because like I said, the shape I'm going for is kind of an almond oval is what I'm going to call it. Once I feel like I kind of have the shape I want outlined, then I'll actually go in with my e-file. I'm not going to show you that part today just because time-wise, but there'll be plenty other videos where I show you that. But here, I'm just going to kind of show you how I make my general outline and kind of the shape I'm going for. I'm a really slow nail tech when it comes to shaping because I always want to get the most out of my shaping that I can, because to me, that structure is really important and can either make or break a manicure. To me, that's just something that's really important. So I like to spend my time, get it best I can without taking the product down too low to where I can't come back for a minute or I have to add on to fix it. So here I'm just kind of showing you again, just creating that outline. I've got it a little too almondy on this one, but we'll fix it, no worries. Filing is always a learning process to any beginner nail tech. I've been in the game now for a year, but I still have a lot to learn and a lot of practice to do. And here I'm also taking note of any that look a little flat or maybe need a little bit more of a curve in there to create that strength. I'm just kind of taking note for myself to fix it later. And again, I'll show you my e-filing process in maybe the next video that I do, actually, because we'll have a little bit more time. I'm just going to go around now and clean up what I've done, take a look at everything, and then we're going to get to our nail art part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my base again. Let me add another round of base on the fingers that I know are going to be my accent fingers, and I want to add some stuff. And that would be why I usually choose to do voiceover on my videos if I can. If you've ever watched any of my lives, it is complete chaos with the animals around here. But it's part of the fun, right? It makes life enjoyable and exciting. Okay, so this glitter that I have here is kind of like a foily glitter. It's very unique. It has a very strange texture, unlike any I've ever felt before. It must be pre-flattened or something. I'm just going to go ahead and stick these into my base layer. I just want a little bit because, like I said, this mermaid gel has a lot of sparkle already in it. I really just like the idea of having a couple of nails that are a little bit different from the other nails. Just a little bit of an accent. Now I'm just going to put some little pieces here and there of this rose gold foil. so that piece just wants to stick to my fingers. Let me get us another piece to add on here. And I think that is going to do it. So now we're just going to add our top coat and have a final look-see at these. And I'm just going to float and glide this top coat on. This is my favorite top coat. It's super duper shiny and I love it. My nails look wet when I finish. Just gorgeous. I can't wait to show you the final photos. Or actually, it should be a video because I think I'll probably get more pictures. I'll probably get better footage of it in a video. Now on our accent fingers, we have done the glitter press. So I want to go ahead and top coat these twice just to make sure they're super slick and smooth on the top. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze in here that if you enjoy this kind of content, please remember to subscribe if you would, if you're not already. Hit the like button because it helps promote my video out to other people who may not know about, what I'm doing over here. Sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of recording for myself. So that always lets me know that somebody is watching and appreciating what I'm doing. It just kind of, it motivates me there, okay? So, and if you have a nail lover friend that you think might enjoy this content, please forward it to them. That is all free of charge. And while I'm thinking of it, in this particular manicure, remember I'm going for a very, very natural look. So I'm keeping my product super duper thin, as well as I have short nails, so I don't need to add a lot of bulk. But if you wanted more of that White Mermaid to show through, you're just going to make it a little bit, you're going to leave a little bit more product on the nails instead of shaving them down so thin. But again, I just wanted to keep them super duper natural. And I'll go ahead and insert the little clip of the final product. I'm going to try the best job I can of really catching that sparkle for you because it is amazing.